Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Welcome, respected friends. How nice and delightful it is truly to have you all every day together to discuss on this sacred, our redeeming, moksha giving Upanishad Shastras. It's a great thing, wonderful, tuning to the rishis, tuning to the Upanishads. Not an ordinary feat it is. Recognize the good thing which you are doing in this way and then stick to that. It's a minimum which we can do to help ourselves. Mm, we are here to study our Shwethashwathara Upanishad by God's grace. Guru Krupa, we are into the fourth Adhyaya, a very important topic under discussion in the Mantra 7, where the Jiva is explained. What is a whole component or composite thing contains Jiva? What exactly meaning of Jivatva, Jiva Bhava, and what therefore is Bandhana, Samsara, and also what therefore is Moksha. These sixth and seventh mantras, if we can spend little more time and deeply analyze and understand with Bhashya, the very important aspects of Vedanta are understood by us. Thanks to Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara, who has given us exhaustive Bhashyam there. Every word, every sentence is so sacred there. Let us respectfully, reverentially study that portion. Before that, our reverential salutations, invocation of grace from the Shruti Mata and the Guru Parampara through the Parayanam of Rigveda, some common sense thought. Then we are doing our Mangalacharana Shloka, then Sankalpa, then Upanishad Mantrocharanam, and then Upanishad Adhyanam with Bhashyam. So, five things we are doing every day for this 1 hour, 10 minutes. Shall we start? And all that is to invoke Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana Anugraha, then our Lokasevaka, Dharmastavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta Gambhira, Samskrita Bhasha Jnata, Gurupasaka, Daivopasaka, Mananakarta, Chintanakarta, Nididhyasanakarta, Anubhavi, and established in that Anubhava. These are the 19 Vyaktitvas we are focusing to understand and develop. Let us start. Rigveda, 7th Mandalam, 81 Anuvaka onwards, 81st. Om Athaveda Parayanam Rigvedaha Saptama Mandalam Atha Eka Ashititama Anuvakadarabhyam. Om Pratyu Adarshyayatyucchante Duhita Divaha अपो महिव्ययति चक्षसे तमो ज्योतिष्कृणोति सूनरी उदुश्रियाः सुजते सूर्यः स चागम् उद्यन्नक्षत्रमर्चिवत् तवेदुषो व्युषि सूर्यस्य च संभक्तेन गमे मही प्रथित्वा दुहितर्दिव उषो जीरा अभुत्स्महि यावहसि पुरुस्पार्हं वनस्पति वनन्वतिरत्नन्नदाशु शेमयः उच्छन्ति या कृणोषि मंहना महि प्रख्यै देवी स्वर्दृशे तस्यास्ते रत्नभाज इमहे वयं स्याम मातुर्न सूनवः तच्चित्रं राधाभरोषो यद्दीर्घश्रुत्तमम् यत्ते दिवो दुहितर्मर्तभोजनम् तद्रास्वभुवनजामहै भुनजामहै श्रवः सूरिभ्यो अमृतं वसुत्वनं वाचागम् अस्मभ्यं गोमतः चोदयित्री मघो नः सूनृतावत्युषा उच्छदवस्रिधः उच्छदवपस्रिधः 82 इन्द्रावरुणा युवमध्वराय नो विषेजनाय महि शर्म यच्छतम् दीर्घप्रयज्युमतियोपनुष्यति वयं जयेम पृतनासु दोढ्यः सम्राडन्यः स्वराडन्य उच्यते वां महान्ताविन्द्रावरुणा महावसो विश्वे देवासः परमे व्योमनि संवामोजो वृषणासं बलं ददुः अन्वहं कान्यतृन्तमोजसा सूर्यमैरयतं दिवि प्रभुम् इन्द्रावरुणामदे अस्य मायिनो पिन्वतमपितः पिन्वतं धियः युवामिद्युत्सुपृतनासु वह्नयो युवां क्षेमस्य प्रसवे मितज्ञवः ईशानावस्व उभयस्य कारव इन्द्रावरुणा सुहवा हवामहे इन्द्रावरुणाय दिमानि चक्रतुर्विश्वा जातानि भुवनास्य मन्मना क्षेमेण मित्रो वरुणं दुवस्यति मरुद्भिरुग्रः शुभमन्य ईयते महे शुल्काय वरुणस्य नुत्विष ओजो मिमाते ध्रुवमस्य यत्स्वम् अजामि मन्यः श्नथयन्तमातिरद्दभ्रेभिरस्य प्रवृणोति भूयसः न तमं हो न दुरितानि मर्त्यमिन्द्रावरुणा न तपः कुतश्चन यस्य देवा गच्छतो वीतो अध्वरं न तं मर्तस्य नशते परिहृतिः अर्वाङ्नरा देव्यै दैव्येनावसागतं शृणुदं हवं यदि मे जुजोषथः युवोर्हि सख्यमुत वा यदाप्यं मार्ढीकमिन्द्रावरुणा नियच्छतम् अस्माकमिन्द्रावरुणा भरे भरे पुरो योधा भवदं कृष्ट्योजसा यद्वां हवन्त उभये अधस्मृति नरस्तोकस्य तनयस्य स्थातिषु अस्मे इन्द्रो वरुणो मित्रो अर्यमाद्युम्नं यच्छन्तु महि शर्म सप्रतः अवध्रं ज्योतिरदितेर्वृता वृतो देवस्य श्लोकं सवितुर्मनामहे 83 युवां नरा पश्यमाना स आप्यं प्राचागव्यन्तः ऋतुपर्षवो ययुः दासा च वृत्रा हतमार्याणि च सुदासमिन्द्रावरुणावसावतम् यत्रा नरः समयन्ते कृतध्वजो यस्मिन्नाचा भवति किञ्चन प्रियम् यत्रा भयन्ते भुवना स्वर्तुषस्तत्रा न इन्द्रावरुणाधिवोचतम् सम्भूम्या अन्ताद्वसिरा अदृक्षतेन्द्रावरुणा दिवि घोष आरुहत् अस्तुर्जनानामुपमामरातयोर्वागवसाहवनः श्रुतागतम् इन्द्रावरुणा वदनाभिरप्रतिभेदं वन्वन्ताप्र सुदासमावतम् ब्रह्माण्येषां शृणुतं हवीमनि सत्यां तृत्सूनामभवत्सुरोहितिः इन्द्रावरुणावभ्यादवन्ति माघान्यर्यो वनुषामरातयः युवं हि वस्व उभयस्य राजतोधस्मानो वतं पार्ये दिवे युवां हवन्त उभयास आजिष्विन्द्रं च वस्वो वरुणं च सातये यत्र राजभिर्दशभिर्निबाधितं सुदासमावतं तृत्सुभिः सह दश राजानः समिता अयज्यवः सुदासमिन्द्रावरुणान युयुधुः सुदासमिन्द्रावरुणान युयुधुः सत्यानृणामद्मसदामुपस्तुतिर्देवा येषामभवन् देवहूतिषु दाशराज्ञे परियत्ताय विश्वतः सुदास इन्द्रावरुणावशिक्षतम् श्वित्यञ्चो यत्र नमसा कपर्दिनो धिया धीवन्तो असवन्त तृत्सवः वृत्राण्यन्यः समितेषु जिघ्नते वृतान्यन्यो अविरक्षते सदा हवामहे वां वृषणा सुवृक्तिभिरस्मे इन्द्रावरुणा शर्म यच्छदम् अस्मे इन्द्रो वरुणो मित्रो अर्यमाद्युम्नं यच्छन्तु महि शर्म सप्रतः अवध्रं ज्योतिरदितेर्वृतावृतो देवस्य श्लोकं सवितुर्मनामहे 84 आवां राजानावध्वरे ववृत्यां हव्येभिरिन्द्रावरुणा नमोभिः प्रवाङ्घृताची बाहोर्दधानावरित्मना विशुरूपा जिगाति युवो राष्ट्रं बृहदिन्वति द्यौर्यो सेतृभिररज्जुभिः सिनीतः परिणो हेळो वरुणस्य वृज्या पुरुं न इन्द्रः कृण्वतु लोकम् कृतन्नो यज्ञं विदथेषु चारुं कृतं ब्रह्माणि सूरिषु प्रशस्ता उपोरैर्देवजूतो न एतु प्रणः स्पार्हाभिरूतिभिस्तिरेतम् अस्मे इन्द्रावरुणा विश्ववारं रयिन्दत्तं वसुमन्तं पुरुक्षुं प्रय आदित्यो अनुतामिनात्यमिता शूरोदयते वसूनि इयमिन्द्रं वरुणमष्टमेघीः प्रावत्तोकेतनयेतु तुजाना सुरत्नासो देववीतिङ्गमेम यूयं वात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः 85 घृतप्रतीकामुषसन्न देवेन्तानो यामन्नुरुष्यतामिभीके स्पर्धन्ते वा उदेवहूये अत्र येषु ध्वजेषु दिद्यवः पतन्ति युवन्ता इन्द्रावरुणावमित्रान् हतं परा च शर्वा विशूचः आपश्चिद्धिः स्वयशसः सदस्सु देवेरिन्द्रं वरुणं देवताधुः कृष्टिरन्यो धारयति प्रवित्ता वृत्राण्यन्यो अप्रतीनिहन्ति स सुक्रतुर्वृतचिदस्तु होताय आदित्यशवसाभां नमस्वान् आववर्तदवसेवां हविष्मानसदित्सुविताय प्रयस्वान् इयमिन्द्रं वरुणमष्टमेघीः प्रावत्तोकेतनयेतु तुजाना सुरत्नासो देववीतिङ्गमेम यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. That's good. Every day little of Veda mantrocharana gives a nice feeling inside, a contentment that as we belong to Sanatana Dharma depends on the Jnanam, authority of the Jnanam are Vedas. So Veda mantrocharana is the most sacred duty if somebody knows and does it. It's very, very helpful. Good. Now, as regards today's common sense thought is very simple. Let us see a few of the thoughts like, see, the divine, the Lord. Has he got any selfishness to get from us? Has he got any of the purposes that he has to achieve from us? Enough that Paramatma, whoever is there, is only Sankalpa, is it not, to provide us, the Jivas, all comforts outside and to reach to him only, in which alone the infinite Ananda is there. Is it not? Think, is there any malice or impurity in the thought of the Lord, in Lord's mind, or while he has made the creation, और इवन ही हैज मेड अस आल्सो. क्या हमें दुखी करने के लिए भगवान ने ये किया क्या, ये कर रहे क्या, उनका हृदय में क्या है? चलो मैं जीवों को बनाऊं, अब उनको इतना तंग करूं और मैं खुश हो जाऊं. Is he that type of demon or what? Think about it. The heart of the Lord. What he wants every jiva to be, what he wants to give to every jiva, not that he wants to get. Isn't it? In the same way, think about the rishis, the munis, the santa, the mahabhaktas, the jivan muktas, the avadhutas, our own gurus, our own acharyas, what selfishness they have, even from us, they also. Do they want something, our money, our other property, or any of the other sevas from us? Just think about it. If it is so, then they can't be such great Jivan Muktas and Jnanis. They are reveling in that infinite bliss. Then why do they want any of these small little things from, from any one of us? Think about it. Namo, namo. Right? Now the third one is our most sacred Shastras. The Shrutis, the Smriti, the Purana, the Itihasa, the authors of them, and the books by themselves. They are just there only to guide us selflessly for the obtainment of all the four पुरुषार्थास धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष देने के लिए ही हमारे लिए शास्त्र एंड भगवान आर देयर gurus are there to guide us towards dharma and moksha because in artha and kama there is bondage. Think about it. Now the fourth one, the entire maya shakti or prakriti, yeah, is it there to bind us? If it is there to bind us, then all the liberating aspects of that Maya Shakti should have not been there. Still, binding effects only should be there, isn't it? Only the Rajoguna, Tamoguna, which bind us, alone should be there in that infinite Prabhu Shakti, the Maya. If it is there, aiming at binding us, giving us misery. The Sattva and all the most beautiful aspects should not be there in that Prakriti. So if it is there means what? The Maya Shakti, the Prakriti, also is kind and benevolent to us only. It's not cruel to bind us to give us dukkha. No, that Maya Nirmita, Pancha Mahabhutas, what harm they are doing to us, Bata? They're just supporting all our faculties, all our personality layers, and are trying to give us the best only outside and inside. The Prithvi Mata, is she not supporting us? The Jala Devata, the Varuna, without him, can we be alive? The Agni Devata, without him, all these cookings or digestions are all even in the world outside the growth of all crops. Will it happen? Without Vayu Devata, can we live more than a minute? हाँ बताइए without that akasha where do we stand? So which are the panchamahabhutas? Which are the combination of panchamahabhutas expressing as this world are there to bind us, to give us misery? देखो कुछ नहीं है. ना प्रभु हमारे दुख चाहते हैं, न गुरु, न शास्त्र, न प्रकृति, न प्राकृतिक विश्व. Think about it. None of them are there to give us trouble, to bind us, to bind us. Now, see the paths, let us say, the Jnana Marga. What is that Tattva Jnana Marga? Is it that to take away all our happiness and give us consistently misery? Or is it to take away the misery and bless us with the bliss ultimate? Think about it, the Jnana Marga. It is for us only. It is to bless us only. Then take about the Bhakti Marga. In that Bhakti Marga, when we are bhaktas to the Ishvara, the Lord, He is ready to give Himself to us. He says, Vahami, Yoga and Kshema. Yoga is the spiritual unfoldment, Kshema is the material security. All of that, I will bring it to you wherever you are. If you are my bhakta, Even if you are in the Patala, there the other courier services and nowadays all the variety of the things that work on the earth, they won't go, but I will bring it to you. If you are in Indraloka, Varunaloka, jahan bhi raho, if you are my bhakta, then I will bring the yoga kshema to you wherever you are. समुद्र में रहो, गुफा में रहो, हिमालयों के शिखरों पे रहो, जंगल में घने रहो. So what's wrong in that Adbhuta Bhakti Marga? Think about it. Are there the listed things so far? Are they inimical to us? Are they all of them are to bind us, to give us misery, to take away our freedoms, to take away our comforts? Are there to take away our happinesses? Be cool to think about. And all of them, the real Shreyovilashis of us, the well-wishers of us only, not even one of them, even in dream also, even once also, have any ill feeling, wrong feeling towards us, the jivas. Me particularly, I think for myself, you think for yourself. In the same way, when the great saints give us the paths like that of Yamaniyama Sanadi Karo, Chittavrutti Nirodha Karo, just to see the openness in that, see the most wonderful outcome that's going to come out of it. For bestowing us with that only, those jnanas or those sadhanas are there. किसका क्या यमन यमासन प्राणायाम प्रत्याहार धारण ध्यान समाधि ये सब करने से क्या हम नरक में जाएंगे? बताइए. क्या हम सब कुछ खोकर what do you call them? We become a pauper and become miserable? What for they are given? In that path of yoga, is there anything to cause harm to us? So too, this doing of, let us say, the karma yoga aspect in life, is that by that karma yoga, everything is taken away from us? That we are left with nothing to own, therefore suffer? Think which of the paths that are laid down in our Shastras are aimed at giving us misery? Think. Now, even all our Shastras, uncompromisingly, definitely they teach us the most positive, beautiful values. We saw till yesterday in Sri Ramayana, Sri Ramaji teaching. Sri Adi Shankara's text also teaching us most beautiful spiritual values in this Maniratnamala, general values in that Ratnamalika, which we studied for 48 days. Isn't it? In those values of Gita, when we practice them, क्या हमारा सब लुट जाएगा कि हम दुखी हो जाएंगे? Isn't it? Both the things let us inquire. कि are they there to give us the bliss and happiness, or are they there to give us the misery and bondage? Be very clear about it. Whether it is the Lord, whether it is the Guru, whether it is the Shastras, whether it is the Prakriti, whether it is the expression of Prakriti in the form of the entire universe. Then the margas, let us say, of Jnana, the marga of the Bhakti, the marga or the sadhana or jivana vidhana of the yoga, or the avashyaka, the karma yoga, or even the values. Which of these are aimed at taking us away our happiness and giving us misery? Be cool, be calm, be absolutely unbiased in thinking. Isn't it? All of them are aiming at only these two things. Take away misery permanently from us. Give us bliss and happiness permanently. Think. Very important aspect it is. Very calm and quiet दिमाग से सोचने वाली बात. They all are aimed at only redeeming us, only giving us more and more happiness, deeper happiness, lasting happiness and bliss, not misery. Now, the most important thing is if this is the case, if this being so, then why are we not loving them, liking them, involving in them? And why are we disliking it? Why we are hating them? Why we are, instead of becoming very close to them day by day, closer to them day by day, why are we closed to them? Why are we going away from them? Why there is aversion in us? What is the mistake? Who is the culprit? These are the questions. Each one have to think about. Think. Very important discussion. I think something will reveal through this to us to help all of us. I believe so. This is how the Krupa, Ishvara and Guru happens. In trying to reveal to us something sublime, once in a while, if we are available to catch. Maybe today is one of those days. So, who is the culprit in not using all of them, which are freely available, whose only aim is to redeem us of all bondages and miseries, give us only the bliss? Who is the culprit? Is it not me is equal to my own ahankara, my own ego? Isn't it? Pause here, think coolly. Is not that specified ego in me, individualized solid ego in me, again, with its own preconditionings, in its own mind, of all the wrong notions. Think about it. Of the Rajoguni and Tamoguni. Is it not I, the ego, pampered by my own the Rajoguna of the disturbances, my own Tamoguna of the lazinesses, that I am the one who is pushing away all these blessings and thereby becoming enemy to my own self? A very subtle thing it is. Very tough to understand and objectifyingly understand, objectifyingly, that this is I, the ego in me, is my own enemy to me. See, the Atman also ego. Ego means aham. The Jiva also is aham. The helping myself also is aham. And the destroying myself also is aham. In our life, the fourth one is more predominant. That I am not able to recognize that I myself am my own enemy. How? By not making use of all these set of things, sets of things. My own ego. Like when we have to come to this class. In this class, the Daiva Krupa, the Parabrahma Krupa, the Shruti Krupa, the Guru Krupa, all of them are there. So if at all, if you don't attend to them, who is the culprit? Other than Kripa, other than loving us, kindly nurturing, nourishing us, taking away our inner wounds created by our own ignorance and misdeeds, applying that balm, giving us all soothing effect. These wonderful Shastra satsangs do for us. But who is the one who is not allowing us to join? Come, I'm giving an example. It's just our own ego, overpowered by, biased by, conditioned by, and bound by our own the other two things of my own other priorities of the Rajoguna and the other priority of this is time for me to take rest. Means this is time for me to do something else. This is time for me to take rest. Who is saying this to that particular individuality in me is the enemy in my for my own self, for my own life's evolution, which is guaranteed by all these things. So the exercise is what therefore is, can we that way objectifyingly see our own ego and make it stand in that kadghari mein. What do you call it as? In that bone. जो भी कहते हैं in that कोर्ट में जो accused को खड़ा करते हैं. Do we have that maturity? Can we have that maturity? Can we have that dareness? Can we have that ability to make stand our own ego away from us and question it? कि why I am, instead of going towards those things which give me shreyas, that I am going towards those which, on the pretext of giving prayers, are giving nothing but the dukkha. Oh, my ego. Why you are fighting with your own guru and wanting to win over him and do what you want? Oh, my dear ego, why are you fighting with the Lord and keeping yourself away from him, denying yourself of his own grace? Oh, my ego, why are you keeping away from these Shastras which have such a beautiful knowledge to make you only strong? Can we objectify our ego? Think and question it. That day when we realize this and start doing it, I tell you, the transformation starts happening. So far, we have loved our mind intellect. That's what we thought. Along with the mind intellect, we loved our own ego so strongly in a destructive manner that nobody is there to question. Neither we allow others to question, nor we question ourselves. This ahankara in us. I. My own thoughts, my own ideas, my own visions. But are they sacred? Are they noble? Are they of evolving you or devolving you? All of them are devolving only, and you are holding on to them. With them has the strength. Like Duryodhana is so strong with the strength of Karna, Dushasana, and Shaguni. All the Dushta only. He himself is a Dushta ego, and he has support of all this. In the same way, in our life also, I and ego separate from the total and universe itself is wrong. And this ego has my own mind, my intellect, my choices, my wish, my way of living. And that also of Rajoguna, that all of only involving, indulging in the things around, tired and going into tamas. Nobody is there my enemy. My own ego is my enemy. So strong it is. So powerful it is that with all its strength and powers, it is able to defeat the blessings of all these 10 things, causing destruction to its own self. You know, something like the neighbor country, Pakistan. Its own government and army, because of the religious fanaticism, you know, unnecessarily by troubling India, they are invoking their own trouble, which is never called for, not required at all. But who will tell those egoistic fanatics? Anna? And to them, the other countries, the Turkeys, the Saudi Arabias, the Irans, the Chinas, the equally fanatic fellows to support. Hmm? Think. In the same way, in us, this ego is so strong, supporting it are all its so called friends of Rajas and Tamas from millions of life. With all this powerful negative strength, the Lord with all his kindness, compassion, the Guru with all his kindness, compassion, the Shruti Mata with all her compassion, they all are just bending head and waiting for our to permit to waiting for our permission. For what? For them to bless us. Like I wait for you so that you come, I do the satsang and all, or gurus, mahatmas. See that not recognizable such a terrible condition in us, the play played by our own ahankara. And that ego, negative, with all its negative things, we identify with it too. Then, again, by denying all these guidances and blessings, we are invoking our own destruction, downfall. Very micro it is, very minute, very sublime, very difficult to understand. How can I have an ego separate from all these and maintain its own individuality by doing what it wants to? Is it possible, allowed, understandable, acceptable that I can be an isolated individual in the whole universe, the cosmos? Both. From the Tattva Drishti also, the Tattva is one. From the Upadi Drishti also, these Upadis are the part of the total Upadis supposed to work for the total. By what way or means that we can justify to have an individualized separate ego? And we have such an ego, want to defeat the totality, want to make the totality work for us, surrender to us. The whole concept itself is wrong. Like one part of the body wants to say that I am the leader, all others should obey to me. In Upanishad, we studied it, no? All the Indriyas, every one of them thought they are the leaders and all. They are the ones because of which Vayameva etad banam avastabhya vidharayama iti. प्रश्नोपनिषद में देखा ना हमने, दूसरे में भी देखा. So take time, sit cool, facing your window or door or in your balcony, just in a good atmosphere. Put the fan if you want. Close the eyes. Spend half an hour to contemplate on it. I am maintaining my ego, always separating from the total, from the Ishvara, from the Guru, from the Shastra, and their kindness and guidance. And finally, getting what? That ego alone is suffering. Therefore, the suffering is ego. Ego is an unwanted insistence to exist separately from the totality with its own priorities, prejudices, or its own individualized opinions or projects. You can never have individual opinions or projects, nothing. What totality wants from us, that alone should happen to us. Then only we are liberated. From what? From our own ego. You know, that's when Vivek Chudamani, Ahankara adi deha antan bandhan. That ego se lekar deha tak is our bondage. We are bound by our own ego, our own mind, our own buddhi, our own chitta, our own indriyas, our own deha, our own pranas. And all of them are ajnana kalpita. Only by Swaswarupa Avabodha is the mukti comes. And the desire to get mukti through the Swaswarupa Avabodha from the bondage of Ahankara to the Deha is equal to Mumukshuta. Ahankaradi Dehantan Bandhan Ajnana Kalpidan Swaswarupa Avabodhena Muktum Icha Mumukshuta. Mumukshata. And for us to get that Swarupa Anubhuti are working the total world, total Prakriti, the Karma Yoga is for that, the Ashtanga Yoga is for that, the Bhakti Yoga is for that, the Vedanta Advaita Jnana for that, the Gurus and Acharyas are teaching that only, the Shastras are for that, even the Paramatma wants us to have that Atma Anubhuti. Jnani to Atma eva iti me matam. Bahunam Janama Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate in Gita in 7th chapter. So today's very sublime, not a common sense thought. It is very uncommon and very, very rare thing. The ability to objectify our own ego and investigate how it is maintaining its own isolated individuality and not becoming obedient to all those sources of blessing, right from the parents through the gurus etc. of the Lord and the Shastras. किसी के बात नहीं सुनना, बस मैं। अरे बकरी, तो मैं करके मरेगा ही एक दिन. With this individuality only we die again to be born with the same, with its own biasnesses, with its own priorities, which are of binding nature only. Like your own son saying, मैं मेरी मर्जी जो करना चाहता हूँ. क्या कर रहा है तो फिर? अपने दोस्तों के साथ घूमूंगा, खाऊंगा, सो जाऊंगा. देख, what do you feel for that fellow whom you are ready to support financially for higher education, get him a job through your help, recommendation. ये सब करना चाहते हैं आप. But the child is not listening, son. Let us say, how do you? Same is our case. That youngster is we only, an ego. Very powerful. That even the divine Paramatma also jukofy and go away. Every time Bhagwan Guru comes to us and they observe our terrible shaitan type of ego, तो फिर अपना जान बचाने के लिए they go away from us. And if one or the other gurus try to tell us and we defeat them so sufficiently efficiently that while going away, they tell all other gurus, don't go to that ego, he will destroy you, insult you, humiliate. Now let us leave our own ego with all our likes and biasnesses, having the company of equally egoistic fellows, leaving only the sthula bhautika outer life on the name of happiness, doing all that nonsense which is going to give us misery. See, yesterday Ramji, how he concluded, I am the Papa Punya Karma Phaladata, and I am the one who is going to punish them, the Asanta, the Dushta. With that, he concludes. Like in Gita, Tan Aham Dvishataha Kruran Samsareshu Naradhaman Shipami Ajasram Ashubhan Asurishu Eva Yonishu. आसुरीम योनिमापन्नाः मूढ़ा जन्म जन्मनि माम अप्राप्येव कौन्तेय ततः यान्ति अधमाम गतिम. Isn't it? How tough it is. I really sympathize with myself and all of us. How tough it is to objectify our ego and understand the mistakes it's doing and acknowledge them. So much ego that even a wife gives a good advice, we are not ready to listen. अब ऐसा बंदा जो भगवान का ही बात नहीं सुनता, ये भगवती का भी बात नहीं सुनेगा. The wife, isn't it? He cannot listen to good advice given by his own elder brother. See the strong ego. Those people have that strong because they don't listen to Guru and God. Guru and God को सुनोगे तो you will always be correct. Then you not to listen to anybody's advice. You yourself are wise. Our ego is very terrible, isn't it? We call him as our Guru, but we never listen. Yesterday we saw, no, who is the Guru, Hitopadeshaha, and who is the Shishya, who is the Guru Bhaktaha. In our Prashnottara Maniratnamala. We say he is our Guru, but there is no feeling at all of that respect, reverence, obedience, readiness to do seva, nothing. See that naam ke vaste, like I am Indian, what I have done for the country. I am Hindu, what I have done for Sanatan Dharma. कर ही नहीं रहे कुछ, नेम क्लेम कर रहे हैं बस. Objectify the ego is the highest sadhana and sublimate it at the feet of the totality, outside as well as inside. I am not a separate individual as a self also, because self is one without second, as a upadhis also, because they are from the totality. Therefore, at the upadhi level, I must listen what the total is saying, the Ishvara. At the individual level, at the self level, I am that only. आत्म दृष्टि में एकता हमारा नहीं है, उपाधियों के दृष्टि से सरेंडर हमारा नहीं है. Therefore, instead of ekata in atma drishti, we are maintaining jiva bhava. Instead of surrendering upadhis for the total, we are misusing those upadhis to serve this separated jiva bhava and wanting the infinite happiness. How can it happen? Think about it. Hope something is shaking in us and something is happening us. Some awakening should happen in us if we listen carefully. Think. I will also think till the thing is understood that I am my own enemy, bitter enemy. I, the ego in me, which is denying all the grace of all these 5 plus 5 things. The 5 are the Paramatma, the Guru, the Shastra, the Prakriti or Maya or Shakti, or its expressions. 5. Then the other 5 are the Jnana Marga, the Bhakti Marga, the Yoga Marga, the Karma Yoga Marga, and the life of values. These 5 plus 5 are there to bless us, but we are denying. That is our ego. So therefore, definition of ego, ego है ना समझ में, is equal to Jiva Bhava only. That's what actually I never thought what we are discussing last 30 minutes is what exactly the subject discussed in our present Upanishad 7th mantra. कौन है जीवा वही तो डिस्कशन हो रहा है. Thank God, right day, right time, Bhagavan has given such common sense thought which goes along with the Upanishad which we are studying. Thank you. Think. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavadu, Sahana Unaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम यैरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्शास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरम्. ओम भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारण चारुमते कलयेश्वर जीव विवेकविदं भव शंकर देशिक मे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम्. एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हिन्दव संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना ज्ञाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्माद् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं देशां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद देवता गुरु शास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्रीकृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करपावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः पारायणं थर्ड टू फिफ्थ थ्री मन्त्रास्। त्वं स्त्री त्वं पुमानसि त्वं कुमार उत वा कुमारी त्वं जीर्णो दण्डेन वञ्चसि त्वं जातो भवसि विश्वतो मुखः नीलः पतङ्गो हरितो लोहिताक्षः तडिद्गर्भः ऋतवः समुद्राः अनादिमत्वं विभुत्वेन वर्तसे यतो जातानि भुवनानि विश्वा अजामेकां लोहितशुक्लकृष्णां पह्वीः प्रजाः सृजमानां सरूपाः अजो हि कोजुषमाणोऽनुशेते जहात्येनां भुक्तभोगाम् अजोन्यः। Parayana we have done. Now let us chant the mantra sixth. Om द्वासुपर्णा सयुजा सखाया समानं वृक्षं परिषस्व जाते तयोरन्यः पिप्पलं स्वादुवत्ति अनश्नन् अन्यो अभिचाकशीति. So the two birds in this very same body. One bird is me, the Jiva Pakshi. Other bird is me, the Atma Pakshi, Paramatma Pakshi. This being so, tatraivam sati, next mantra, samane vrukshe purusho nimagnaha anishaya shochati muhyamanaha justam yada pashyati anyamesham asya mahimanamiti vita shokaha. Again, samane vrukshe purusho nimagnaha anishaya shochati मुह्यमानः जुष्टं यदा पश्यत्यन्यमेषम् अस्य महिमानमिति वीतशोकः. Friends, yesterday of this mantra, before entering into the Bhashyam, by analyzing the Shabdartha Vakyartha itself, very beautiful, sublime thoughts, we tried to understand. Yesterday's class was very important. Those who have not attended, definitely please listen it. So in this mantra, all the words, dekho, muhyamanaha, what is the moha explained. Shochati, why the shoka is explained. Anesha, what is the meaning of anesha is explained. Nimagnaha, it is explained. Samane vrukshe, that also important word. Samane vrukshe nimagnaha purushaha muhyamanaha anishaya shochati. So the three connections are nimagnaha, muhyamanaha, anishaya, shochati. Or anisha, muhyamanaha, nimagnaha, outcome is shochati. Either of them. Anisha, muhyamanaha, nimagnaha. These three are the karanas. The karya, the result of it is shochati. So samane vrukshe nimagnaha. So he has a Purusha Samarthya to get out of the misery giving identification with the body. But he is misusing that Purushartha Samarthya only to do those things by which More and more, the Dehatadhatmya only is growing. That is the meaning of Purusha Nimagna. This Purusha, by discovering his own self, detached from the whole world, he can be the Ishvara of this life. Instead of that Purusha, that doing that, this Purusha again misusing his Purushartha, not recognizing his own self. Therefore, as a Jiva is Anishaha. Again, this Purusha with his Samarthya through the help of Guru Shastra can have the clear picture, the Jnanam. But instead of that, he is not trying for the Jnanam. Therefore, he is continuing to be Mukhyamanaha. So, Purushaha, Nimagnaha, Purushaha, Anishaha, Purushaha, Mukhyamanaha. Therefore, Purushaha Shochati. About our own autobiography. As crystal clearly said in these two mantras, if you are subtle enough to understand, very rarely you find the clarity here. See that? Samane वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नः निशया शोचति मुह्यमानः. ये तो एक फ्लो है मंत्र आप पाठ करो आगे चलो बट रुक कर एक एक शब्द इफ यू एनालाइज is it not giving that subtle understanding? You are Purusha. You have all the Purushartha Samarthya. In past, not knowing the right way of using Purushartha Samarthya, lots of mistakes might have been done. Never mind. Right now you are in this life, in front of the Gurus, in front of the Shastra, in front of the the Lord. Nirantara, you are equipped. The Purusha in you is equipped with the right knowledge. So, rectifying in the past, in the present, rightly behaving, making glorious future to oneself. That is what this Purusha is supposed to do. Instead of that, Muhyamanaha, Anishaya, Nimagnaha, Shochati. What we are doing every moment, what we are doing every hour, what we are doing every 3 hours, what we are doing every half day, what we are doing the entire day, what we have done the entire past week, past 1 week, what we have done 1 month, what have done through whole year, पिछले लास्ट एक दशक में हमने क्या किया यही पूरा one thing is common that shochati. There's no celebration, there's no joy, there's no bliss. Isn't it? सुख आनंद नहीं है मतलब ये दुखी आत्मा है कि नहीं है ना so then if the shochati is going on the cause for that is these three only anisha mukhyati nimagna he is not the master of his life anisha because he is mukhyati he is not getting the wisdom because he is nimagnaha got lost in his own preconditions his own prejudices his own misguidances received from the equally whatever you call the stupid people the worldly people. That's why till we don't come out of that nimagnata of 100% samsara we cannot go to the guru and get the knowledge and reduce our moha muhyamana. Unless these two are done, we cannot become Swami of our life, Ishaha, instead of Anishaha. Then only that dukkha which we want to get rid of, we cannot get rid of, and that which Sukha Shanti which we want to obtain, we cannot obtain. That's what the entire Shastras Guru saying. भैया कितना निमग्न हो जाओगे अपने संसार में संसार is only one thing. देहोस्मि therefore देह के लिए सुख बाकी इंद्रिया मन सब पीछे रहते हैं मेनली देह निमग्न समाने वृक्षे निमग्न पुरुष बस whole day is that and every relation we have every objects we have all of that is from I am body standpoint only now every other relation is from the deha only deha sthiti and whole jagrat avastha is because of deha what to talk about the other things from the dehosmi only all that happens. So, in this way, samane vrukshe purusha nimagna nishaya shochati muhiman. Now, the solution is what? Jushtam yada pashyati anyam isham. Asya Mahimanam iti Vitashoka. So it's again very detailed, exhaustive sentence it is. Can be explained in more than 6-7 angles. One we see, when this Shochati individual Purusha, because of Anisha Muhyamana and Nimagnaha, Pashyati, when he sees, whom Anyam Isham, that reality, the self, the truth. Who is he? Jushtam. Jushtam means Sevitam, means all those happy people, liberated people. How they become happy and liberated? Because they have done the seva of that Anyam Isham. That Anyam Isham is the Atman, the reality. When he sees that Atman, which is served by the other people, therefore they became Jivan Muktas. And he himself also serves him, means surrenders to him, means finds his oneness with him. That's the meaning of Asya Mahimanam iti Vitashokaha. Isn't it? Asya Mahimanam, as we have explained yesterday, that thought I myself cannot repeat now. It was so beautiful and so sublime. The whole world, the universe is his Mahima only at the Upadhi Sthaipa. And that Upadhi cannot function, the totality, without that Brahman. And that Brahman is me only. Therefore, the whole universe is my own Mahima. Which me, the self, the reality. Therefore, I need not have the Nimagnata, I need not have the Moha, I need not have the Anishatva, therefore I need not have Shoka. I am using the words that are employed in the Upanishads only because they are such a sacred words they are. Such a wonderful, clear meaning and explanation giving words they are. So, Jushtam yada pashyati anyam isham yada anyam isham pashyati. Who is that anya isha? Jushtam. Jushtam means sevitam. Sevitam by the others. Who are the others? Who are happy, blissful. Who are they? The Jivan Muktas, the Jnanis. And what is the meaning of pashyati there? Asya Mahimanam iti. Asya Mahimanam is again very, very exhaustive. Literal meaning is everything is his Mahima. That's the literal meaning. But that has to be interpreted, that has to be explained. So therefore, the entire play of the cosmos is his own Shakti, his own Mahima, which was said in the beginning of this very fourth chapter. The Paramatma with his own Maya Shakti, Eko api anekada bhavati. Then only it was said, Brahma, Indra, Vishnu, all of them are he only. Even Kitaha, Patangaha, all of them are he only. It was said, the continuation of that only this mantra. So at the Rupanama level, he is the one whose Mahima is whole universe. And that Mahima cannot be without him. Mahima is Maya Shakti. And he is the Brahman. And Brahman is me only. Therefore, Asya Mahimanam is equal to Mama Mahimanam. The whole thing is my own Mahima. Which me, not the ignorant me now, the wise me. Which wisdom? That Aham Brahmasmi Vala wisdom. When I discover that, then why will I have the Anishatva? Why I will be nimagna with one sharira and suffer its diseases as my diseases? When the moha is gone away, by realizing that everything is his Mahima and he is Brahman and that Brahman is me. Tad Brahma sa Atma, like in Taittariya also. तिस्रो भूर्भुवस्वरो इति वा तिस्रो व्याहृतयः तासामुहस्मैतां चतुर्थीं महाचमस्य प्रवेदयते मह इति तद्ब्रह्म स आत्मा. Three Vyahurtis are all the Triputis. They are supported by the fourth one, the Maha. Maha alone is Brahman. Brahman alone is Atman. What is said in Taittariya Upanishad. Here also, everything is his Mahima. And he is Brahman. And that Brahman is me. This Jnana, when it comes, the Moha is gone. When the Moha is gone, there is no identified with one set of upadhis and suffering. That Purusho Nimagnaha, that is transcended. When the Nimagnata is not there, why one becomes the Anisha, a slave, the helpless victim? He is the Isha. Then when he's not Anishaha, selfless, sorry, victim, the helpless victim, when he's not so, why will there be Shochati then? No Shoka. Therefore, Justameda Pashat Anyameshyam Hasyamimanamiti. What will happen? Vita Shoka. From Vitta Shoka in English, it becomes Vita Shoka in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, Vita means Vigata. Like Gita also, Vita Raghava Ekrodaha. Vita means without. Vigata, gone for good once for all. ये है इस श्लोक का सारांश और the more we contemplate on it deeply, the more we clearly understand and remember that understanding in ourselves and try accordingly to mold ourselves. To that extent we come out of shoka dukkha bondage to the sukha shanti moksha. So in this Upanishad, in this Bhashyakara will exhaustively guide us. Yesterday, one sentence we saw. Today, another one we will see. What one sentence we saw yesterday, that itself is so big again. Ki samane vrukshe. Vriksha means sharire. That was clear. Samane vriksha means sharire. Who is Purushaha? We have explained yesterday 5 times. Once more we will see. Purusha is you and I only. What is the you and I Purusha? First he is Bhokta. Of naturally what? Phala. Of what? Karma. How this Bhoktrutva is getting? By these steps. Avidya, Kama, Karma, Phala, Raga, Adi, Guru Bhara Akrantaha Bhokta. Avidya, Kama, Karma, Phala, Raga, Adi, Guru Bhara. Guru means heavy, Bhara means load. Akrantaha Bhokta. How is he? Alaburivud iva samudra jale. He is like that log of wood in the oceanic waters or river waters. Nimagna. Nimagna in what? Nishchayena magna. Like samudra jal mein waha alabu nimagna hai. So this Purusha nimagna in what? Nishchayena nimagna. In what he has got nishchaya? Deha atma bhava mapanna. Deha hi atma. That's what we saw. Dehosmi. The whole problem is dehosmi se hota hai. So nimagna is dehatma bhavamapana. That deha itself is that vruksha. Therefore purushaha vrukshe nimagnaha. So purushaha dehe nimagnaha. Aham dehosmi in that bhava is nimagna. With holding on to dehosmi bhavana, thousand devatas and gurus come and pull us also. We cannot get liberated. We have to leave it. Not leave the deha, then you will not be there to listen to my class. Deha Atma Bhava. So Deha Atma Bhavam Apanna is Nimagna. Fixed हो गया वो कि मैं देह हूँ. Like in dream we have some other sharira. It can be anything, from the crocodile to a bird flying to anybody we can be. In the deha, we are different. In the swapna, we are different deha. In nidra, there is no deha only. Then what is waking up? Waking up to dehosmi bruddhi. Then only because of this deha I am, this house is mine, these things are mine, these people are mine, those things, all that whole day goes on. So whole day we only live as dehosmi. That's meaning of nimagna. इतना समझ गए ना? He is avidya kama karma phala ragadi guru bharakrantah alavariva samudra jale nimagnaha means deha atma bhavam apannaha. Now today's sentence is this. What is the expression of dehosmi? Very beautifully are explained. Be consciously listen it unbiased way. If I say I am Dehosmi, how it expresses as this way? What way? I am eva aham. First, this Sharira only am me. First ये fix हो गया. I tie myself down to only this Sharira. I am eva aham. I am aham eva. This body alone is me. I am only this body. Thereafter, Amushya Putraha. I am the son of so and so, Mr. Father. Then Asya Napta. Then I am the grandson of this one. Then krushaha, then I'm very thin and lean compared to the very fat fellow. Or sthulaha, feel very fat, thinking, seeing the other thin fellow. तो दिस पुत्रः नप्ता शरीर का ही होता है. Within the sharira, the jiva me, jiva is not the son of my father. The jiva entered, he was there before only. The son of my father and mother is this body, not me. Because I am not born to them, I entered this body. I am already there in some other sharir. But I call myself as son of so and so. Why? From the Deha Drushti only. Deha is created by him. I consider myself to be Deha. Therefore, I am created by him. Therefore, I am his son. And he is created by him. Therefore, he becomes my grandfather. I am his grandchild, Napta. Then, Sthulaha, Krushaha and Sthulaha. About what? We talk. मैं पतला हूं, मैं मोटा हूं. तुम कहाँ पतले मोटे हो? तुम तो तुम्हारा शरीर है पतला मोटा. But while saying so, Swami, nowadays I am just shrinking, or nowadays I am bulging. Akhanda Mandalakaram. You are not bulging, my dear. You are already bulged. You are the whole universe is you only. But with Sharira. Krushaha Sthulaha जब हम कहते हैं, it is with regard to the body only. In that I add other things. I am black or I am white or I am tall or I am short or I am healthy or not healthy or I am 10 years old, 20 years old, 37. ये सब शरीर के ही बात होते हैं. Or I am man or women. They are all belonging to body. So sthulaha, krushaha, then gunavan. So I am gunavan. The gunavan is the body is healthy. It has got all dynamism, abilities, talents in it. It can run, it can dance, it can play. These are all the sharira guna. Gunavana, then nirgunaha. About some other things, I don't have those abilities like the others. Here the gunavan means त्रिगुण तादात्म्य. निर्गुण मीन्स गुणातीत पुरुष. वो परमात्मा की बात नहीं हो रही है इधर, जीव की बात हो रही है. मिस्टर अनीश. Anish also means the one who has no Ishvara, who is beyond all. It comes in Vishnu Sahasranama, Anisha. So here it is Anisha is Jiva this way. Then Gunavan, Nirgunaha, then Sukhi. Wonderful body is healthy, happy. Disease हो गया, चोट लगा, दुखी. Iti evam pratyaha. This is called as Jiva. This is called as that Purusha now. This is how he is identified with the Deha. So Dehosmi bhava में सब आते हैं. इतना ही नहीं. Then न अन्यः अस्ति अस्मादिति. न अन्यद अस्ति अस्मादिति means this body alone is there. I am this body only. There is nothing other than the body and I am nothing other than the body. Oh, that thing I am not. Bas, ayam eva asti. Asmad na anyah asti iti. Then jayate, mriyate, sanyujyate cha. Sambandhi bandhavai. Then when the body is born, he is born. When the body is growing, he is growing. When the body dies, he thinks he is dying. Then samyojyate, he establishes various relations. Sambandhi bandhavai. It is making plain through variety of the sambandhi, the relations, bandhavas. Sambandhi, the related people, bandhavas, the relatives, relations. Sambandhi bandhavai samyojyate. This is called as nimagnaha. Now, what is Anisha? Shoshati is the we anyway know. So, samane vrikshe purushaha nimagnaha mohyamanaha. So, moha is not knowing the self. Therefore, nimagna is identifying with the not self. That is the sharira. And the expression of the Adatmata are some examples were given. We saw them now. What is the Anisha? Then what is the Shochati? All that will be explained. Tomorrow we will see. Then Justameda Pashyati Annamesha Masya Mahimanamiti Vita Shoka is a solution. For this, Purusha to get out of that shoka, moha, and nimagnata and anishatva. That also Bhagavan explains. We will be exhaustively studying that two more days. It will take tomorrow and day after. Slowly we develop it, and you have to do the homework of doing vicharana of what is discussed so far. That may help us. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paravarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Join for Gita.